Brexit negotiations are at a knife edge as news of whether the UK will have a deal with the European Union is rapidly approaching. Boris Johnson has warned there is a strong possibility the UK will fail to broker a trade agreement with the EU as he told the nation to prepare for no deal at the end of the Brexit transition period. The Prime Minister said the current proposals would keep the nation kind of locked in the EU's orbit but insisted negotiators would go the extra mile in trying to get a treaty in time for December 31. Culture Secretary Oliver Dowden has insisted that Sunday will be the cut-off point for trade talks. Speaking to Sky News, Mr. Dowden said, "I think we are rapidly approaching the point where we've got to draw this to an end. I think that's why the Prime Minister has accepted one further extension until Sunday to see if we can get this over the line because it would be in both of our interests to do so. But that is the deadline and I think that will prevail." It comes as Mr. Johnson's dinner with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen in Brussels on Wednesday failed to produce a breakthrough. As the chief negotiators resumed talks, Ms. von der Leyen set out no-deal plans for emergency legal agreements to keep planes flying to the UK and lorries crossing Europe. The two leaders agreed that a decision on the future of the negotiations will be taken by the end of Sunday. Ms. von der Leyen said at a Brussels summit, where she is due to update EU leaders on the state of play, that negotiations are difficult. In his first interview since the dinner, Mr. Johnson said the UK will do everything we possibly can to get a deal when asked if it would be a failure of politics not to strike one. He said he would be willing to return to Brussels, or head to Paris or Berlin, to get a deal over the line, in a clear reference to French President Emmanuel Macron and German Chancellor Angela Merkel, who are seen as two figures adamant not to cave in to British demands. "At the moment, I have to tell you in all candor that the treaty is not there yet and that is the strong view of our cabinet as well," Mr. Johnson added. He said that sticking points include equivalence, which he said would keep the UK locked in the bloc's regulatory orbit, and fisheries, which he said under current proposals would mean we wouldn't still have control of our waters. Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon warned that no deal now seems the overwhelming likelihood. "I think the chances of a deal now are almost vanishingly small. They're not non-existent, and I remain hopeful, I guess, because no deal would be catastrophic," the SNP leader told CNN. Senior Tory backbencher Tobias Ellwood said it would cause colossal long-term damage to the UK economy as he urged the two sides to show political courage to broker an agreement. "Let's not walk away and cause a no-deal that would be devastating to not just Britain but to the European Union as well," the chairman of the Commons Defence Committee told BBC News.